Hello again. This is Nick Roach. Again, it's evening. All the animals are starting to settle down for the night, so we'll probably have a lot of bird noises. Apologies. I hope they make the little video more interesting rather than being at all distracting. We'll see how it goes. In this video, I'd like to talk about, or call the video, So I'm dissolving the emotion, what now? I've done 2 or 3 videos this year about how to dissolve emotion, how to make it conscious. The other week I likened it to how an exorcist exorcises an evil spirit that's possessed somebody, at least how it's portrayed in the movies. And a while before that I likened it to how Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, deals with an aggressive dog, because the processes are very similar. I thought that was it, that covered it. But I've had a few questions recently from people who are doing it and trying it, and it's working, and it's raised new questions in them what to do next. And I realised, although I do it automatically, I have done for 25 years, there is a little more to it than just being conscious and dissolving the emotion. Now, I always talk about having a look consciously and intelligently at the problem, at the cause of the disturbance, emotional disturbance first. Look at it and see what's caused the disturbance and what can I practically, physically do about it. And if there is something I feel I can and should do, then make the decision I will do that. Even if you don't do it later because there's no need, when you look again, that's fine. The point is to make the decision. I will do that when it's appropriate. And when there's nothing else I can do, I dissolve the emotion. And that's as far as I've got explaining it. That's what I've told people. And I thought, that's great, send them on their way. They'll keep doing it, keep getting the insights and experiences, and keep writing to me telling me how wonderful it is and how life's improving. However, one is becoming more intelligent and more emotionally aware as one follows this process. And as much as one looks all the time, what can I do, and sees if the situation changes at any time, as one looks at it consciously, one is dissolving the emotion connected to it, and the situation is literally changing. Dissolve it inside and the situation outside will change. The energy creating it will change. You are dissolving both in and out. I've said this all along. But also, and this is the next bit I'm going to add, there is a knowledge contained within the emotion. One can say it's emotion, look, take any action that's required, dissolve it, and that's the end of it. One can do that. But it is more beneficial if, when you're dissolving the emotion and holding it, whatever you're doing, walking, making a cup of tea, driving a car, watching TV, doesn't matter what it is. The emotion's there. Let's say I'm emotional, I'm unhappy, I can feel it, I'm holding it. And while I'm holding it, I'm looking very carefully at it and seeing if I can understand its cause, its reason, how it came about. For example, if I have an argument with somebody, it's easy to say, well, that's why the emotion came up. I had an argument, I walk away, I dissolve the emotion. Great. Done. Feel better. Emotion gone. But if one has got an attachment, an issue inside which one has not acknowledged and addressed, it will keep coming up and causing more arguments. Sure, you can keep dissolving the emotion and that will actually serve you. But you can, if you'll pardon the expression, kill two birds with one stone. When the emotions come up after the argument, you're on your own. I'm using the argument thing because it's an easy example. On your own, dissolving it, looking at what I can do, if anything, to address whatever's left. Speak to the person again, go to somebody else, change where I work if it's someone I work with and it's been a horrible thing. You get the idea, just keep looking. But I can also see what happened in that argument. This is not a thought imagining process. Please don't lose yourself in the imagination reliving it, because then you're undoing the work. But consciously feel the energy and look intelligently at it. What caused it? Who caused it? Was it simply the other person was aggressive, rude, nasty, has issues and came at me and I had to stand my ground? And that may have been the point, the lesson, forcing me to stand my ground. Fine. But was there something in me that caused it? Have I been getting irritated with that person for something they keep saying or doing? Did they say or do something that provoked an emotional reaction in me? And I hadn't really noticed it before. It just made me uncomfortable, and finally I reacted. And I, in my own self, told myself, even unconsciously, they caused this issue. But was it me? Do I have an issue with whatever it is they were doing? Was it no big deal at all? Did it remind me of something from years ago? Don't have to go into it, but just have a look. Do I have an issue with everything being a certain way and I like it to be? And they're just making a mess and I can't handle that? Or is it the opposite? I like things relaxed and don't really care, long as we can find everything, and they like things neat and tidy. And I was telling them, look, what does it matter? Leave it like that. Was it me that caused it? This is quite important, and I hope you're seeing it, because as much as one can face and dissolve the emotion and take action, if one can have a look when there's a disturbance and look intelligently, and the information's there, as you hold the knowledge, hold the discomfort, hold it in your mind, in your awareness, just hold it. As it's dissolving, if you're looking intelligently for any information with this slight inquiry, it will often reveal itself, the source of it. You might find that you caused the entire thing. This thing inside you, this issue, this reaction to them, that was the cause. You caused it the whole time. And unless you notice it, next time you're with them, you will get that same issue. It will come up again and again and again, and you won't know why. Any noises behind me? Excuse me. But if you can hold it, look intelligently at what is causing the problem, you can not only dissolve the emotion, but you can also uncover this issue that caused it, and at the same time get rid of that. So the next time you see this person, you could, if you wanted to clear totally, just say, acknowledge, apologise, it was my issue, not yours, I caused that, moving on. Not to clear the air. I don't do clearing the air. As everyone expresses their emotions, you said this and you said that. No. For your own sake, to move on, you might want to acknowledge if you caused it and move on, forget it. They don't have to accept it, it doesn't matter, it's not about that, it's about you letting go. It's all about letting go, not carrying these things around. And that's the point of this, you see. Every time the emotion comes up, it's that opportunity to let something else go. Initially, simply the emotion. But just do look to see if you can see any other information. It might be it wasn't your issue at all, let's say in that example. That person, you realise there's something about them, something else quite serious that's going on, and that was disturbing you. And it actually requires more action than you thought. They were being extremely aggressive, bullying, sexual, racist, whatever, and it requires more action because someone else might be harassed, and although you argued with them about leaving things untidy, that wasn't your problem at all. See, you get the idea here. Dissolving emotion is great. Be conscious, look to see what action you can do. No action, dissolve the emotion, gone. But if you can keep looking, keep holding the emotion while it's there, keep looking, carry on whatever you're doing in your day while it's there, however long it takes, but keep coming back as much as you can, constantly if you can, hold it and look at the cause of it, look at the origin, and as it becomes dissolved, more knowledge will be exposed. And then what you do is up to you again, because it's all about getting rid of what's inside. So there is no right or wrong. It's about what you know inside you, looking intelligent, what action is required now. Now that I've identified what the problem is, where it came from, why I felt like that. You can then look, is that action required now? There might not be. You're back as you were, it's the same thing. Just keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Thank you.